developers.
Alright, so I know a lot of people want to start building a gaming setup this year, but don't know where to start. Well, what's up guys, Rada J here, and I present to you the ultimate $500 gaming setup of 2020. And just for a disclaimer, this build will not include a PC, as this series is meant to show off the equipment only, but I will make a PC build video later on. But without further ado, let's get right into the video. Now starting off, we're going to need a nice quality desk with enough space for our equipment and possible feature upgrades, which is why I decided to pick out a 47-inch white IKEA Linmont desk, which will cost you about $40 right now on the IKEA website. Now, of course, if you know IKEA, they're a pretty good business to buy furniture from, as you do have the option of customizing the desk however you would like. Plus, you do have the option to mix and match different pieces and parts with it in the future. Like if you wanted to, you could remove the tabletop of the desk and swap it with a bigger size, which this is a great feature from IKEA because instead of buying a brand new desk that's bigger, you can easily just upgrade your current desk, which as a size, this desk has a length of 47 inches, a width of 23 inches, and a height of 27 inches, which is more than enough space for our equipment and possible feature upgrades. But overall, the IKEA desk is definitely the best choice for this setup as it does offer a lot of value and provides enough space for our equipment. Now next up, we're going to be needing a high quality monitor because that's going to be our main display for the setup, which when it comes to monitors, I always recommend people to get one that's 24 inches or more, as that's a good size for most people getting one. So for this setup, I chose the 25-inch VideoTech H250 monitor, going for about $110 right now. But moving on to the specs, it has a TN panel with a resolution of 1920 by 1080, a response time of 2 milliseconds, has a refresh rate of 75 Hz, and finally, for connectivity inputs, there's a VGA and an HDMI port. And if you're curious about putting this monitor on a stand, you should be happy to know that this is VESA mount compatible. But combining all those specs together, especially for a price tag of $110, you're going to be getting an awesome deal. And although some people may complain about the monitor not having a high refresh rate like 144 Hz, you got to keep in mind that we want to budget out everything fairly and not go too high or too low when buying equipment. Plus, this is a solid monitor for starting out. Next up, we're going to be needing a chair for the setup because as you all know, you're going to need to sit on something comfy if you plan on being at your desk for a couple of hours, whether you're working on YouTube videos, playing video games, or just pretty much vibing, which is why I chose a gaming chair from Best Office, going for $60. Now, if you didn't know, I did feature this chair in my full setup guide video, and in my opinion, I still think that this is a good deal for a chair. But of course, I can't just straight up say that this chair will be super comfortable for everyone, as everyone has their own opinions on what's comfy or not. Plus, unlike the other items in the setup build, you cannot easily define if a chair is fully comfortable without sitting in it. But from looking at multiple reviews from this 4-star chair, I concluded that this chair will be good for its value. And also, I do own a different model chair from this company, and I still find it comfortable after having it for 2 years. So I do believe the build quality of their chairs are quite nice and pretty durable. Plus, the max weight capacity of this gaming chair is 250 pounds. But overall, I think this chair is quite good value-wise. But of course, it does all come down to personal preference. Next up, we got a webcam being the Logitech C920, which is going for $50 right now on Amazon. Now, I don't really need to say much about this webcam because it is really well known to everyone on YouTube since it is used a lot. I mean, it's good quality for the price. It shoots in 1080p 30 FPS and it's easy to set up. But if you're still unsure about getting this webcam, even though it's pretty much the best for starting out, I'll be sure to link some example videos in the description so you can personally judge the quality. Now, I will have to say that if you don't want a webcam for this setup build, you can easily put more money into any of the other products. But in my opinion, if you could upgrade any piece of equipment, I would personally recommend putting more money into the microphone so you can have greater sound quality for your audience. Which, speaking of sound quality, we're going to be needing a quality microphone that gives us nice sound with great value for its price, which is why I picked out the Blue Snowball, as you do get some nice audio quality for $50. Now, if you guys didn't know, the Blue Snowball has been used by multiple people for starting out on YouTube, as it is a pretty good microphone and it doesn't require any external power or multiple wires since it connects through USB, which in my opinion, the Blue Snowball is a good choice for anyone that wants a mic that's just a plug and play. And the microphone uses a cardioid pattern and has a frequency response of 40 to 18 kilohertz. But most of you guys may question how the mic actually sounds. Well, I will leave 3 links in the description to 3 well-made audio test videos of the mic because I know most people want to hear the actual sound quality. And finally, if you do plan on buying the Blue Snowball, you can either buy it in black or white. Now moving on to one of my favorite sections, headphones, which you gotta make sure that you have a nice quality pair of headphones since audio is a necessity when editing a video, playing video games, or just listening to some music. which is why I picked up the Sennheiser HD 4.4 wireless headphones, going for about $80. Now, as I've said in my previous setup videos, I know there are certain people who prefer wired headphones or wireless headphones, so I decided the best option would be to pick out a pair of Bluetooth headphones, as you do have the option to go wired or wireless with them without a loss in sound quality. Plus, these headphones will look clean in a setup as you wouldn't require any cords. But getting to the features of the Sennheisers, these headphones have a round ear cups which will help dampen any outside noises as you listen to any audio. They also feature 32mm drivers that will provide nice sound quality, has a frequency response of 18 to 22,000 Hz, up to 25 hours of battery life, and finally, they can be instantly paired to your phone via NFC if your phone is compatible. And just a quick side note, unless your PC has Bluetooth installed or has a Bluetooth adapter plugged in, the wireless feature of these headphones will not work, but I will leave a link down below to a Bluetooth adapter for those of you who don't have one. Now, nearing the end, we're going to be needing a mouse and keyboard because that's literally the only way you're going to be able to use your computer. So starting off with the keyboard, I decided to go with the Corsair K55, which is going for about $50 right now on Amazon. Now, I'm going to say right now that this is a membrane keyboard, not a mechanical one, which means that it utilizes rubber domes under its keycaps as opposed to mechanical switches. So instead of having the keys tactile, loud, and clicky, the result is a softer key press with a nearly silent response. But I chose this keyboard because it's actually one of the better options to choose if you compare this to other keyboards at this price range. But for the features of this keyboard, it features a 3-zone RGB backlighting with over 10 pre-configured RGB lighting modes that you can customize from the keyboard or by using the Corsair Q software. There are also 6 dedicated keys for macros, features 8-key anti-ghosting for accurate key presses, and finally, the keyboard also comes with a detachable wrist rest. Next up, for the wired mouse, we have the Corsair Saber, which is going for about $37 right now on Amazon. But getting to the features of the mouse, it is lightweight, weighing about 100 grams in total, has 4-zone 16.8 million color backlighting, which allows for infinite color customization with their Q software, has 8 programmable buttons that you can use for games, and this mouse has a max DPI of 10,000. But trust me, I don't believe any of you would play on a DPI of that scale, as most people usually play on a DPI from 1,000 to sometimes 3,000 or more, which if you guys wanted to know, I play on a DPI of 2,000 for my mouse, so it really comes down to personal preference. But for the other features of this mouse, it has a braided cable that'll have your mouse last a long time, and it has a 1000 Hz USB refresh rate for lag-free play. And finally, for our last piece of the setup, I decided to pick out an extended mousepad from Vigtizing as an accessory for $15. Now, being honest, I'm not going to go on too much about this as this is just a simple mousepad, but I will say that this mousepad features a non-slip base, stitched edges, it's waterproof, and has an average rating of 5 stars from customer reviews. And that's really it, but I will say that compared to other branded mousepads, I actually like how their logo branding is kind of low profile but clean at the same time. But now if we add up the prices from all this equipment, it's going to total to about $500 before tax and shipping. And looking back through all these items, you're getting a really nice deal because with all this equipment, including your own PC, this setup will be good to you if you want to start making YouTube videos, start streaming, or just want to have a start at building a gaming setup. And the best part about these setups is that there's always going to be room to upgrade certain equipment and add more to it in the future. And before I end off the video, I do want to mention that because some of the equipment is from Amazon, the prices are always subject to change and certain products may run low on stock depending on the time and date. So I would recommend getting whatever items you want as fast as possible before the prices or stock changes for the worst. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and so drop a like and subscribe if you want me to make another setup video like this one. Also, if you guys can, comment down below what you like or dislike